Hundreds of Palestinians staged protests in northern Gaza on Tuesday. Now, this is a major development as the citizens now are demanding that Hamas go away. They want peace. They don't want war. They've had enough of this. This, to me, is quite amazing. And here with more from Jerusalem is Chris Mitchell, the Middle East Bureau Chief for CBN. Chris, welcome back to Washington Watch. And again, thanks for staying up late to join us this evening.
Great to be with you, Tony.
All right. So tell me if I'm overreading this, but this looks quite significant that the citizens of Gaza, under the repressive hand of Hamas, are finally saying enough is enough. We want peace.
I don't think you're misreading it, Tony. If this continues and increases, it could mark a turning point within the war since October 7th. You have to realize that Hamas brutally cracks down on any opposition. And what does that mean? That means beatings in public. It could be torture, could be imprisonment, and even death. So this is for any group of hundreds and maybe even more of people to come against Hamas could be a big deal. Could this help release some of the hostages? We don't know, but it's a very, very major, significant change in events inside Gaza. And there was a report a few months ago, Tony, by a Channel 12 reporter interviewing some of the people moving from one area to another. They were cursing Yahya Sinwar and cursing Hamas. That was more isolated, but this seems like a growing group, and we'll see what happens. It's a hopeful sign that maybe people inside Gaza will come against Hamas itself.
Is this in part because of the presence, once again, of IDF as they've moved in, divided north and south in terms of the Gaza Strip, that Gazans now feel a little more comfortable that they can come out given the presence of the IDF?
Yeah, definitely. I think, Tony, their presence in both the north and the south, and maybe they feel a sense of security in case the IDF actually continues its offensive against Hamas. And it's making, it seems, significant inroads against Hamas, and it's increasing its presence. Another division just went in the other day. So this could be one of the factors why many of these people seem to be speaking out against Hamas right now.
Is this similar to what we've seen in the past in Iran, where Iranians have stood up against the regime from time to time? Of course, they've found the heavy hand of suppression, the brutalization that has taken place at the hands of the regime. But as you said, with the presence of the IDF, maybe that fear is not as strong.
It could be. The IDF may be a factor. We know so many times, tragically, that Iranians have protested against the government, and they have a history of a brutal crackdown, whether that means hitting people on the street, arresting people, even death, imprisonment. But the IDF may be making a difference inside Gaza. We hope that this can continue, and maybe this is the answer to many people praying for what's happening in Gaza, for the release of the hostages, and for finally many of these people in Gaza to be free as well from the oppression of Hamas, which is just brutal in the way that it can come against people that oppose it.
You know, that's a great reminder, Chris. I know as I pray almost every day for the peace of Israel, I include the Palestinians, the Arabs that live there, because there are many people there that don't want what Hamas has been dishing out. And I think this is a reflection of that and why we need to pray into that situation. Prime Minister Netanyahu says that this is evidence that their plan in Gaza is actually working.
I think it does. I mean, I would probably agree with the prime minister right now. It's the military pressure that seems to create these kind of conditions, certainly puts pressure on Hamas. And really, in the last week or so, they've eliminated maybe 10 Hamas leaders inside Gaza right now. So Hamas right now may be reeling in terms of a lack of leadership. And maybe this is another factor where many of these people in Gaza feel safer and more free to go ahead and oppose this oppressive terrorist regime that really has committed atrocities on October 7th and really indoctrinated, as we speak, about these Gazans, that really a generation has been indoctrinated with this Hamas ideology, and they hopefully would be free of this as well.
Chris, any plans to go down to Gaza to cover those protests?
Not inside right now, Tony.
All right, just
I don't think
checking.
that would be very safe.
Just checking, because I'd have to alert the prayer warriors to be praying for you. Hey, final question for you. Just got about a minute and a half left. Yesterday, Mike Huckabee, who has been selected as the ambassador to Israel, had his hearing before the United States Senate, his confirmation hearing. What's the sense in Israel to Mike Huckabee, first evangelical that to be tapped to be ambassador to Israel?
Overall, I think it's a very receptive reception for the possibility that he'll be confirmed and become the first Christian U.S. ambassador to Israel. Certainly, he's a great friend of Prime Minister Netanyahu. He's supportive of the current coalition government. So I think he'll be very well received if confirmed. There's a lot of people in Judea and Samaria because he doesn't believe in a two-state solution. He believes that's the biblical heartland. So a lot of support there. Predictably, some groups that believe in a two-state solution not very interested in him being the next U.S. ambassador. But I think overall, a very, very receptive audience for here. And he's been here more than about 100 times. He came here after October 7th, and he gets, I think, what Israel is going through right now. And also, with the prospect of a looming attack on Iran by both Israel and the U.S., I think it's a very strategic time that he would be here. And apparently he would like to be here by Passover, which is on April 12th, next month. Yeah,
I hope he's there by then. He's going to be great for Israel. It's thrilling to see this development. And Chris, always great to have you on the program as well. So thanks for joining us.
Great to be with you, Tony.